The scariest sound a mother can hear is not a scream anymore. It was at first a raw animal wail that ripped the sunlight from the kitchen and made my heart hammer against my ribs. Ah! Their voices fell into the stairwell and I ran, the coffee still steaming on the counter, socks skidding on the tile. They were laughing when I burst into the hall, faces bright and ridiculous with mock terror. We just wanted to know who had the loudest and scariest scream. They clutched their bellies, eyes shining. Relief poured through me like hot water, and then guilt. Don't ever do this to me again. It scared me. Who will take care of you if I have a heart attack? My voice was too loud, too small. They pouted, then promised. Okay, Mom. I learned where every light switch hid and how the fridge hummed like a patient machine. I learned the geography of small people, the tiny cave under the blanket fort, the kingdom under the couch, until the house itself felt like another child, knowing our footsteps and the weight of our laughter. So, the silence that arrived later was not peaceful. It felt like someone had covered the house with a soft, suffocating hand. I called out twice, then 3 times. Kids, what are you doing? The silence stretched and held its breath. Even the clock seemed to hesitate. I moved through rooms like a trespasser, lifting cushions, peering under beds, opening the closet door and finding only a row of my shirts and the cold, dry smell of mothballs. There was no whispered giggle from behind a curtain, no muffled voice declaring, "Here." I ran, knocking a vase from the hall table. It shattered against the wall in a white scatter. The sound was obscene, angry. "Where are you? This is not funny." My voice broke. I could feel them. I was sure of that. The echo of their lives, the scent of unwashed socks and cinnamon toast, and a pressure in the air like an answering presence that was not mine. From the far end of the corridor, something small laughed, muffled, and there were footsteps, tiny, rapid, and then nothing again. Hope flared. I sprinted, breath burning. The hallway was empty. "Mommy, please stop." The words scraped like sandpaper. They came soft and close behind me. I turned and saw 2 small bodies, pale in the doorway. Faces that were guardian earnest and hollow-eyed at once. For a moment I thought they were frightened, not of me, but of some other thing I could not see. "No, Mom, you're the one who left us. Grandma says you went to heaven." A child's voice pronouncing impossible facts. "We keep telling them you're here with us, but they don't see you." Their hands found each other, fingers knotting like truth. "You can go to heaven now. We're fine." The wallpaper seemed to recede. The shadows in the corners stretched like inquisitive fingers. I wanted to laugh and catch them, to smother them with the fierce, clumsy love I've carried like an animal's skin. Instead, I reached for the hallway mirror, because the mirror gives back what is real, or that's what I had always believed. But the person who should have been answering the children's pleas looked wrong in the reflection. My face was paler, the lines too deep, and the eyes in the photo that used to be me watched from a distance with a softness that did not belong to the living. There was also a folded pamphlet on the table in the reflection that I could not see when I looked away. On it, a small photograph and my name in tidy type, dates that fell away from me like dust. I did what any mother would do. I reached. My palm met the air, and then a cooler resistance, like the skin of a winter window. The children blinked at me with a sorrow that was older than them.
"We thought you wouldn't come back,"
the older one whispered.
"Grandpa says you did it."
Their honesty was a knife. I remembered nothing but the warm press of their bodies and the promise to be here. I remembered the scream and the laughing, and then a suffocating blank. The house hummed, impartial and enormous, as if listening to a story on 2 channels at once and keeping its favorite. "You can go to heaven now," they repeated, as if granting me permission. Their faces were steady, resolute. They unlocked their small hands and, without glancing at me, walked toward the front door together. The door stood open to the pale winter light, and beyond it the sky was a level, believable blue. I wanted to follow. I wanted to step through and clutch them again to prove I existed. My foot raised. The warmth of the kitchen, the pattern of the wallpaper, the smell of cinnamon. All the things that had anchored me smelled suddenly like memories someone else had borrowed. Their small voices faded as the threshold swallowed them. The click of the lock reached me, a sound more final than any scream. In the hallway, the clock began to move again, sure and indifferent. The house exhaled.